Welcome gamers to another edition of Gamer Zone, where we play games, talk games, and share with you the latest in gaming with me, Rifki. This week we'll be focusing on action role-playing games in conjunction with the release of the recently released Elden Ring. And by request of our viewers, we'd like to do something a bit different. We're gonna mix up a bit of our language department, so kita akan belajar Sarawak. Mung kita orang adalah peminat Soul series, or if you never played any Soul series games, the Soul series is essentially an action role-playing game yang mengajar kita untuk bertabah bila kita bermain game. Sebab Anyway, sebelum kita meneruskan program kita, here are the latest in gaming. The team over in Thailand made a very heartwarming ad for the newly released Elden Ring. At first glance, it looks like a typical Thai ad, but the twist at the end is just really gold. Yes, to bukan iklan yang biasa-biasa, especially mun team Thailand yang mula iklannya.
Elden Ring เกมที่จะพาคุณมุ่งสู่ดินแดนมัชชิมาในมหาสงครามแย่งชิงเศษเสี้ยวแห่งวงแหวนเอลเดนกับเกมเพลย์สุดโหดตามแบบฉบับฮิเดทากะมิยาสกิผู้สร้างเกมซีรีส์ Dark Souls ดำดิ่งไปกับเนื้อเรื่องแห่งเทวตำนานสุดลึกล้ำจากจินตนาการของจอร์จ มาร์ตินผจญภัยในแผนที่สุดกว้างใหญ่งดงามและดันเจียนสลับซับซ้อนระทึกไปกับระบบการต่อสู้สุดเร้าใจในเกมแอคชั่น RPG สุดมันเจ้าผู้มัวหมองเอ๋ยพร้อมเข้าร่วมสงครามแล้วหรือยังสงครามสำหรับผู้ที่จะได้ขึ้นเป็นราชาแห่งเอลเดนแต่เพียงผู้เดียว
ตีบอลเลยคุณย่ากดปุ่มนี้ใช้สกิลพิเศษ
นี่ย่าไม่ใช่มือใหม่นะดูย่าแล้วจำตัวอย่างเอาไว้นี่ต้องอย่างนี้
Ghostwire Tokyo yang akan dirilis pada 25 Mac 2022 untuk PS5 dan PC adalah hasil keluaran Bethesda. Akan ada novel prequel dia pun. The prequel is free on the PlayStation platform starting the 1st of March, and the prequel will tell you the story of how it all started. The announcement of the new entry in the Pokemon series, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, was made during the annual Pokemon Day, which falls on 27th of February. The games is slated for release in late 2022 and will be exclusively available for the Nintendo Switch platform. Okay guys, with the release of Elden Ring and it hogging the top spot in Steam, GamerZone will be doing our picks of the action RPG games throughout the year 2017 to 2022. 2017, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Nintendo released this series of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as a fresh breath into the series. Instead of the linear RPG we are always treated with in the series, Breath of the Wild gives us an open world game where we are free to roam the land of Hyrule while giving the freedom to non-linear gameplay. Players are encouraged to solve certain problems during the quests as creatively as they can instead of a single solution approach. (2017) Nier Automata. Nier Automata, developed by Platinum Games and published by Square Enix, is a sequel to an older game released in 2010, Nier. Players are given control of combat androids 2B across an open-world setting. Although categorized as an action RPG, there are other elements of different genres in this game, including platform game, shoot 'em up, and even includes text adventure. 2018 Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter was first released for the PlayStation platform back in 2018. Players are given the role of a hunter tasked to either hunt or trap monsters, and from the captured or defeated monsters were given different parts from the monsters to craft weapons, armors, and even tools for the next quest, and in turn capture more monsters. Monster Hunter World received critical acclaim upon release due to its accessibility to new players, especially Western markets, without changing elements of its core gameplay. 2018 Spider-Man. Developed by Insomniatic Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Now, who could have forgotten this game? It's based on the Marvel comic hero Spider-Man with an original narrative, not related to the Marvel Cinematic Universe or even the comic book, while drawing some of its storyline from various other adaptations of Spider-Man in other media. Spider-Man is an open-world adventure RPG set in New York City, and players are given control of Spider-Man. You will fight familiar villains, but with different origins. (2019) Borderlands III. Developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games, it is a sequel to Borderlands 2 and the fourth installment in the Borderlands series. Set in the post-apocalyptic world of Pandora through a first-person shooter perspective, you either play alone or with a friend, choose from 4 available classes and take on various missions and bounties to gain money and experiences while going through the main quest. 2019 in Kingdom Hearts 3. 14 years since the last installment in the Darkseeker saga, this collaboration of Square Enix and Disney has been the most awaited game series in the world, greatly received by critics and gamers alike, mainly due to its beautiful graphics, music, artwork, and really good storyline. Similar to its predecessor, it uses hack-and-slash combat system, but a more evolved one since the first game. 2020 Final Fantasy VII Remake. A remake. It's official, the gaming world is abuzz when Final Fantasy VII is announced to have a remake. While there have been other games that have been remade and remastered, this version of Final Fantasy VII is different. We all thought it would definitely get the same treatment as the Resident Evil series remake, but once the game was released, we are treated with an unfamiliar yet familiar situation in the games. There are elements of multiverse and time travel. It feels like we're playing the Marvel Cinematic Universe game, but it shows us a different side in the game. 2020 Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed has never let us down in terms of game series. The latest released from Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes you to the land of Vikings, and you guessed it, you get to play as a Viking. You are given the character Eivor, either a male or female Viking raised to be a fearless warrior and trained to lead your clan from an icy desolation in Norway to a new home in England. Find your settlement and conquer the hostile land to earn your place in Valhalla. 2021 Scarlet Nexus. Developed by Bandai Namco and Tosei, Scarlet Nexus was released in June 2021. The players assume control of either Nuito or Kasane, a member of other Suppression Force Orsef who are tasked to defend New Himuka from creatures known as the Others. While equipped with short-range weapons like a sword, both characters possess the ability of psychokinesis, allowing them to throw objects and debris towards enemies. 2021 Resident Evil. And lastly, it's Resident Evil Village, also known as Resident Evil 8, a sequel to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It continues the story of Ethan, the protagonist from the previous installment, as he searches for his kidnapped daughter in a village filled with mutated creatures. It still maintains its survival horror elements from previous games, also scavenging and resource management elements. And that's our picks for action RPG games from the year 2017 to 2021. Kami orang di Gamerzone akan sentiasa menunggu game apa yang akan dirilis untuk tahun 2022. And so far, it has been a really good year for the Nintendo Switch users. We'll be right back after the break. And we're back on Gamerzone. Dan untuk minggu to, recommended game dari Gamerzone adalah Elden Ring. Released on 25th February 2022 on multiple platforms of PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, Elden Ring hasil keluaran developer From Software adalah keluaran daripada developer siri Dark Souls atau game pertama keluaran developer tersebut dikenali sebagai Demon Souls. The Soul series is essentially what some might call a challenging game, where we the players are given no main objective as we explore the open world of Elden Ring. The game received critical acclaim upon its release and has become one of the highest reviewed games of all time. Daripada penulis novel George R.R. Martin yang terkenal dengan siri Song of Fire and Ice atau kepada peminat siri TV Game of Thrones, serta pengarah Dark Souls Hidekata Miyazaki tidak membina dan menulis sejarah serta mitos untuk Elden Ring diinspirasi daripada Dark Souls yang sebelum tu, serta Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wind dan Shadow of the Colossus. Gameplay has improved tremendously from the Dark Souls series.
In particularly dangerous situations, you may choose not to engage the enemy, using stealth to outflank or escape. You can also join with players from other worlds to journey, explore, and challenge tenacious foes together. The expansive world of the lands between is abound with danger, intrigue, and mythological drama. Begin your adventure and reveal its secrets for yourself. Rise, Tarnished. Rise and become the Elden Lord.
And that's it, gamers, for this week's update. Don't forget to tune into our show next week, same time, same place, only on Gamerzone. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. See ya!